Should you be friends with your ex? Welcome to Love Advice TV. If you're listening to us on our podcast, thank you for your support. If you're watching us on YouTube, welcome as well. I am joined by Coach Alex, the one and only. So excited to be able to tackle this question with you.
Thank you so much, Coach Adrian. Thank you guys for being here. I know it's not an easy situation for you. There's a lot of emotions, but this video will definitely help you feel better and be better.
A lot of individuals are afraid to be friend zoned with their ex. It's like your worst nightmare. And you're unsure how to approach your breakup recovery in a way where you're able to be on good terms, to communicate with them, but without becoming so friendly that they lose attraction for you. And so we wanted to tackle this topic to make sure that you understand what to do, what not to do, what are the benefits of being friendly with your significant other, and how to make sure that you avoid being friend zoned. So, Coach Alex, to start off, it would be interesting for us to hear direct answer to this question. Is it a good or a bad thing to be friends with your ex?
I think it's a good thing. I would recommend you to see it as a good thing because there is two ways. We can always look at a situation telling ourselves, oh my God, this is bad, this is negative, this will never work. Or to tell yourself, okay, I'm friends with my ex, how can I make it evolve to some feelings and some attraction and some physical attraction as well. So I've been a coach since 2007 and I always tell people, I want you to communicate with your ex like it is a good friend of you, because I want you to be in a confident mindset. When you are with your friends, you're different. And I understand the being scared of staying in the friend zone, but it's easier to come from friend to attraction when it's your ex, not talking about a new relationship, than to go from ex to boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. So my direct answer is yes, and then we will twist it a little bit. But before that, I want to know if it's the advice that you will tell people as well. What do you think of being friend and being friendly? That's the good difference that you mentioned before.
What I tell individuals during private coaching sessions is that it is actually a lot more difficult to be just friends with an ex than you realize. Because there is a huge emotional baggage there, because there's been attraction, because there's been chemistry. You guys have had very deep, intimate moments. And very often this is thrown around at the time of the breakup. I hope that we stay friends. But people don't really understand the implications of that. And it's a lot likelier that you will, if you're trying to stay friends, it is a lot likelier that you will end up back together, or that you will fight like cats and dogs and be completely out of each other's lives, than it is that you're going to become just friends with your ex over the long run. Some people are able to stay friends with their ex, and sometimes I'm in coaching sessions and that's what I hear. He's friends with all his exes. And so, there's even more of a reason to be wary of just being friendly. But as a rule of thumb, like Coach Alex said, we need a communication platform in order to rebuild a connection, attraction, and to be able to really get that chemistry again. And so the odds are better if you have that connection and if you're able to spend quality time together, because it only takes one moment of intimacy to cross that friend zone area threshold forever. And so, again, like we often do when we do these podcasts, what are those fears that are holding you back? And it's important for you to be aware of them and to address them in order to really maximize that process of creating a new and improved relationship with your significant other. Now, having said all of that, Coach Alex, are there situations where it is not a good idea to be on friendly terms with an ex after a breakup?
That's a good question. In my philosophy, I will always recommend to be friend. And I want to tell you why. And I will tell you when. I will tell you, of course, to not stay friend. There's one situation. But, you know, if we are talking about being friend with your ex, it's because it is their decision, right? It's not your decision. Let's be honest here. It's not like, hey, let's be friend with your ex. It's a strategy to get them back. No, it is just better to do that instead of not having communication, not being able to meet, not being able to talk and have fun, right? So your ex wants to be friend with you because they are in control and because they know your intention. But as you mentioned, Coach Adrian, the moment you start to live your life, the moment you start to feel good and be fun and forget about the results of being with them, you will play the fear of losing you. It's not a game, it is just a human being characteristic. And so that's why I love the idea of being friend. It's because they think that they are in control, but you will surprise them. You will disrupt the situation and you will get control. But if you can do that, for me, it's the best strategy. It's the best way to get your ex back because they think that they control you, but in a sense, you are able to be very independent, very attractive, and they will come back. Men, women, 18, 21 years old to 80 years old. It's the same case. Now, when I would recommend you to not be friend, it's when you are still intimate. Friend, not sex friend, guys. Okay? If you have someone that is just literally taking control of you, telling, hey, I want to be friend with you, but still playing with you, kissing you, hugging you, telling you how much they love you, but they don't want to be in a relationship because they are playing you. You are not playing them, they are playing you. So in this case, the fear of losing will be very difficult to implement if you don't break the pattern, if you don't create a real miss by using the no contact. But otherwise, I don't see why being friend, because it's not the real situation, making feel that your ex can see your value, that's what I think by being friend, is not the good option. I don't know what you think, Coach Adrian.
I agree. The one situation the one exception, where I really don't recommend for individuals to try to stay friends after a breakup is when you are clearly too attached, too vulnerable, too emotional to be your true authentic self around them. Because what's going to happen is you're just creating a platform to make mistakes. You will, without a doubt, make a mistake. And a concept that I try to convey to individuals during coaching sessions is that the fact that the person who is more emotionally detached usually controls the balance of power in a relationship and in the process of getting an ex back. If you are more detached than your significant other, being friends is phenomenal because it's just more of an opportunity for them to feel connected, for them to feel attracted, and for you to really, set the pace. However, in most breakups, you are in a more vulnerable place and your significant other is more detached from their emotion and from this, desire to spend time with you. And so you're going to be in a position where you're pushing, where you're actually putting them on a pedestal. And a lot of mistakes happen. Coach Alex also said, you usually are not the one to decide if you're going to be friends with your ex after a breakup. There's a lot of truth there. What you want to avoid doing after watching this video or listening to this podcast is also don't try to force a friendship with your ex because you just heard that your chances are greater to get them back if you're friends. Trying to force a friendship will only push them away. It will make you look needy and vulnerable. And, they need to be invested in that friendship as well. Otherwise, it's just another form of you chasing them. So your ex is going to be very skeptical of you wanting to be friends with them, like Coach Alex said, they are going to see you coming from a mile away. But if you've been able to work on yourself and to detach, even if they see you coming from a mile away, you will surprise them. You will be a challenge again. And it just takes one night out, one moment of connection to cross that threshold. Something that I've seen happen, Coach Alex, and I don't know if this is something that you have seen happen too, is exes agree to stay friends or on good terms. Sometimes people are going through a divorce, actually, and they're still on friendly terms. There's a moment of connection and attraction. They sleep together. And then the ex reminds you, we shouldn't have done this. We're friends. How do you handle that type of dynamic when you are technically friends, but then intimacy happens and your ex tries to kind of pull back from there?
And they will, because they don't want to give you false hope, because they are not clear about their feelings. They don't know if they want to get back with you. They don't know if they want to be in a relationship. But the best way to respond to that is, oh, stop it. I know you like it. I know it was amazing. And you tend to just focus on the attraction and the present moment. Like, we enjoy the moment. We don't see where we are going. It's okay. You love it because you put yourself on the pedestal. So instead of like listening to your ex, oh, okay, are you sure? But why did you have sex then? I know you love me. Do you love me? If you think about feelings, you will screw your chances. Mm-hmm. But the moment you start to reverse the situation and show that, hey, you wanted it, it's not me, it's you. When you start to be playful, your ex will be lost. And when they are lost, they like it because they can enjoy the moment instead of having all the fears. But I told everyone that I broke up. How can I tell my mom that I'm back with my ex? And I told my mom that you were not good. All of these questions will just disappear because you enjoy the moment, because you focus on attraction, and because you do something that will surprise them by taking control, taking the leadership. You can only do it if you forget that this is your ex and you only consider them as your friend with no stakes, no interest. Everything is fine. That requires a lot of self-confidence here.
It's also very important to make sure that you value yourself throughout the breakup recovery process. Always. You need to value yourself. Just like your ex needs to feel like it is their decision to be with you in order for things to work out. You need to make sure that at all times you are valuing yourself. And there's a young lady that I am coaching who is in the Washington, D.C. area, and she was married to a man who ended up cheating on her. They went through a separation, divorce, and this man started to see the person that he cheated on her with. In this type of dynamic, staying friends with your ex is not a good idea.
No.
You are not valuing yourself. You're excusing their behavior, and it's a form of desperation, actually. And so, again, there are specific situations where being friends with your ex is not actually going to help you maximize your chances of getting back with them, because being friends with your ex implies not valuing yourself. So, very important for you to make sure that you respect this rule when you are considering being friends with your ex or not. If you feel like you're breaking the rule of valuing yourself when staying friends with your ex, the odds are that they're gonna have less respect for you. They're gonna value you less. They're not gonna see you as the dream girl or the dream man or the dream partner. And actually, a hard no contact, pulling away on your terms, putting yourself back out there, moving forward with your life actually would increase your chances dramatically more than being friends.
Yeah, that's why you need the private coaching, guys, to be honest. That's why we talk to people. That's why we value your situation. We analyze what you are, where you are, and what you should do. So, guys, I really want you to come on the website with myexagain.com, Why? Because we created articles. That was really long articles. It took off a lot of time, and I want you to read them. Then you have the coaching page, because we talk, but there is Coach Abby, Coach Danny, Coach Priyanka, and of course us. We are here to give you the answers. We are here to listen to you, to support you. And that will be the best investment on yourself, the best bet on yourself. Because being friend with your ex is one strategy. It works very well. But as Adrian mentioned, it's not in every case. So I would like to mention that, of course, you have the free gift in the description. That's videos that we continue to implement that are new and different for the community. So you need to give us your email access, the community, and you will have a lot of videos that are here to help you and to assist you. To finish and to conclude this video, I wanted to tell you something that I have realized, because I was unclear when I first started if it was a good strategy. Fake it until you make it is never working. Will never work to get your ex back. Meaning that if you fake being good and being friends, where deep inside you're like talking to your friends, how did he say that? What should I do? What should I say? Oh my God, do you think he loves me? If you do that, you will not be able to reattract your ex. So don't fake it. Take the time to change, and Coach Adrian is the best for it. So watch his video about rebuilding yourself, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure that you continue the journey with us by getting your free gift and coming on withmyexagain.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast. We're here and we will never let you down.
So excited that we have finally launched this podcast. It's the years in the making.
Woo woo.
Sometimes it's just more convenient to listen to us on a podcast while driving to work, on your jog, your daily exercise routine, or even in the shower for some people. It's just more convenient, and I'm so happy that we've done this. And I wanted to thank all of the hardworking folks behind the scenes who enable us to bring this content to you. You see us here, but Love Advice TV is a lot more than just the two coaches that you see. So they're fighting the good fight with you and with us, and we thank them. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, do that so that you can continue to get all of the insights and knowledge, latest insights at your fingertips.
Thanks to you, thanks the team, and thanks to everyone besides George, the video maker, because he's behind the camera and he's giving us a hard time. But we love you guys. We will be there with you. Remember, you have free resources. You have the coaching program. Subscribe. We are here. You're not by yourself. See you guys.
And don't forget that you are fighting the good fight. See you soon for more content, more support, more guidance.